Hey there, Patriots. This is True Outlaw Patriot coming at you with another one. The video I'm going to show you came out yesterday, I believe. It was about 19-20 hours ago. And it shows new footage of body cam footage, okay, during the August 8th wildfire in Maui. And it raises a lot of questions, and it's questions that even I was asking in a lot of my previous videos. But before I continue, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I want to thank all my subscribers here on YouTube and on Rumble. Don't forget to put on the notification bell and pass the channel around and help the channel grow. Okay, we're trying to reach 500 and beyond. And also, if you'd like to support the channel, in my description there's a link to my Cash App and my PayPal. So with that being said, the footage that we have here, I've always questioned, especially after the mayor, the police chief, and the governor, and Daya, the rest of them, especially the mayor, the way they said that he said that he didn't know of, you know, how many people had passed away till the next day. They didn't really know about the fire going on. And Daya saying that, you know, the fire was raging in the middle of the night, but when, you know, video shows that the fire was going on that day. Okay. So without further ado, we're going to play this, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Here we go.
Now H&N investigates the timeline of the Lahaina fire. Our team spent days looking through nearly 20 hours of police body cam videos obtained through open records requests.
We wanted a first-hand account directly from first responders as they became aware of the scope of the disaster. Our Allison Blair has more on what the recordings reveal.
The video is time-stamped and offers a precise timeline. It shows the severity of the fire and the fact that people were trapped and had died was repeatedly communicated by first responders to dispatch within the first 2 hours of the afternoon firefight. It makes claims made by Maui County Mayor Richard Bisson and emergency management leaders who said they were unaware what was happening, even more perplexing. A warning, some viewers may find this story disturbing. August 8, 2023 at 3:14 p.m. Body camera video shows Maui police on the scene of a small spot fire burning behind a West Maui home in the area of Komomai Street.
It's on the post. Right here, fire truck.
On the other side of the home, another much larger blaze is raging.
That fire is poking it towards the bypass.
Then at 3:18, a radio call from another location alerting dispatch to a road closure.
Okay, I'm going to stop it here for a second. If you've seen my last couple of videos where that supposedly that there was help being offered, okay, early in the day, because they knew that I guess they knew that they were understaffed, or they knew that this could have gotten out of control, and certain areas and certain entities, you know, they were offering help, saying, listen, if you need, you know, any more assistance, let us know. And they were denied. Okay, saying that no, we have it under control, everything is fine, whoever gave that response. But as you can see right now in the timestamp, it's 3:18 p.m. in the afternoon, and this is already getting to be a situation where they should have had a lot more people on standby earlier. So whoever is behind this, whoever is behind the fact of not having adequate help or not putting in the resources and saying, you know what, we need to make some phone calls, because this could turn out really, really bad, like really fast. Whoever that person or those persons are, there needs to be a major government investigation on this. But let's continue.
Did a truck get here yet?
As firefighters took control of that scene, the officers raced to their next call as multiple wildfires spread through Lahaina.
Visibility right at the overpass of the bypass is, well, 5 feet.
Houses.
That's a house on fire. Bro, everything is on fire. Everybody's got to evacuate. Evacuate now.
By 3:26, the gravity of the situation was setting in.
Did you guys just see that? Look at how deep. Look at these streets. That is literally, okay, 8 minutes later. The first was 3:18. This is 3:26. 8 minutes later. Look at you see I'm assuming right there that's police vehicles, but look at the outside, the way it looked. You mean to tell me that the mayor, the governor, the police chief, the fire chief, and who was in charge of setting off the sirens, you mean to tell me that nobody, not one of them, nobody in their ranks, nobody that works for them, no damn body could look at this situation and report it and say, we have a major problem here? Damn it, there should have been freaking military parachutists coming in at this point trying to help people evacuate. I mean, from all the footage that I've put out, and not even just what I put out, from all the footage that everybody has put out, you would think you would hear some kind of sirens going on, not from the fire department. I'm talking air raid sirens, just sirens out, just trying to let everybody know this is some serious shit. But let's continue.
26, the gravity of the situation was setting in.
Evacuate below Lahaina Luna, the fire jump, the highway.
Just take it slow, bro. Take it slow. Everybody's
Oh, our car's on fire.
Bro, we gotta tell Central 3. We gotta get all these cars down Lahaina Luna Road. The fire is right next to the cars. We can't see.
Meanwhile, traffic was in...
Look at that. Unbelievable. So all this that the mayor was saying that we didn't know, he actually went to bed and said he got a call about 3 o'clock in the morning. So all this was happening. Where was he? Where was the governor? Where was the fire chief? Where was the police chief? Unreal.
Gridlock.
Why are the cars not moving?
This is a nightmare.
And the public had begun to panic.
You gotta go! You gotta go! You're blocking sis!
Lahaina Luna Road, my uncle cannot walk, he's in a handicap.
Okay!
At 3:41, radio traffic indicates the
Look at
wind whip blaze was barreling towards Front Street.
The smoke is coming ready to go with the fire behind it.
And people were unable to escape.
There's people trapped up there where the houses are burning right now, so we're worried about them and their lives right now. Everything is out of standstill. Front Street out of standstill.
By 4:10, road congestion had rapidly worsened.
Multiple power lines are down north of the station on highway.
We're aware, nothing we can do. We've contacted technicals, they're doing the best they can.
A half hour later, at 4:37, calls for injuries started pouring in.
65-year-old female with her liver body, but they know that another person, 53-year-old male.
And they didn't stop. At 5:05 p.m., an officer desperately trying to direct people away from Lahaina town went car to car with this dire message.
Okay, this town is on fire. We have multiple people who have died. People trapped, Front Street.
Right now. I got a high we're still like a parking lot over here. 78-year-old male burns his back and legs.
The fire's right down the road. Get any mile of warfare ready.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right here for a second, people. Okay, do you hear those calls right there? And I brought this up in my videos about where are the victims that are in the hospitals that can tell their side of the story. So far, we've just heard about 4 or 5 right now. Okay, older people, mostly older people, with burns to their bodies. Okay, I'm going to put this out there. All right. This whole body count that the police chief said, where it ended at 97, I believe, I call bullshit. The whole thing that children are missing still, I believe that 100%. I don't believe for one hot damn minute that they only have confirmation of one child passing away and just 97 people. I call bullshit on all of it. But I always said, and I'm going to keep saying it, the truth is going to come out, and more keeps coming out. More and more keeps coming out. This is just a fraction of what they were able to obtain through getting it released. So to everybody out there, okay, who has walked away from this story, I've been saying it from the beginning, this is not over by a long shot. And people need to get locked up and go to prison. But let's continue.
It's all information that should have been relayed to officials working in the county's Emergency Operations Center, a place Clyde Holokai is familiar with. The former MPD assistant chief retired last year after serving nearly 3 decades on the force.
Picture the EOC. Tell me what it's like.
Well, you have the police radio going on, so you can hear firsthand what's going on in the field with our officers. You're there with the heads of every agency, so you can hear what's going on with the fire department, with the medics.
But
all those people on call that day need to be investigated. This is no more of Hawaii being their own government. This is no more of, you know what, nobody from the mainland can help. This is no more of incompetent politicians or incompetent officials. No. This is about, you know what, all those people need to be brought in, okay, in front of Congress and need to be interrogated. Whichever way the government has to do it, they need to do it. I find it hard to believe that all these cops are running around, all this footage is coming out now, and this is just a small portion. And yet you mean to tell me that those emergency centers that were people in there doing their job, and yet nobody was getting these calls? I mean, if the dispatcher, you can hear the dispatcher over the police radio calling things in. You mean to tell me nobody else did? Fire department, which means the fire chief didn't get no messages? Obviously, if police dispatch is putting calls out, that means the police chief should have known what was going on. That there was people were dying, that people were being burnt. I mean, their stuff was being destroyed. Doesn't anybody understand this? Doesn't anybody see this? This was a coordinated effort. And whoever was in charge is yet to be seen. But let's continue.
Evening of the disaster, Maui County Mayor Richard Bisson said this on the 6 o'clock news.
I'm happy to report that the road is open to and from Lahaina.
Seemingly oblivious to the horror unfolding on the west side of the island.
This man wasn't oblivious, I'm sorry. You know, it's almost cynical to say, but why do I have this funny feeling that, like I've been saying before, I mean, it's not a funny feeling. Okay, I truly feel that this was coordinated, and I think a lot of people feel that it was coordinated to trap as many people as they can. And I tell you one thing right now. There is no way in hell that man sat there at 6 o'clock. And right here's a time step for 6:42 and it's chaos. There's no way that man is sitting there saying what he's saying about that the roads are clear. I don't want to hear that, oh, maybe it was the reports he was getting. It is an impossibility for that man to hear only that the roads were clear, everything's fine. I'm sorry, it's an impossibility. Let's continue.
All this while first responders repeatedly crossed fire lines to pull countless people to safety.
Come out, come out, come out. Get in.
Is there any reason why someone in the EOC wouldn't know what's happening in the field?
No, there should not be any reason.
We've heard multiple times that people who were supposed to have been in the EOC, they weren't sure what was happening. How's that possible?
I don't know. I cannot tell you.
At least 99 people died that day, but somehow Mayor Bisson, along with the head of the state's emergency management agency, said they were unaware there had been any casualties until August 9th, the day after the fire. We asked the Bisson administration again this week how that's possible, but never got an answer. The state attorney general's office has hired a private organization to conduct an independent investigation to assess the emergency response.
Okay, I call bullshit on that too. Okay, I call bullshit. I'm sorry, people. But if they're going to call in the attorney general, I mean, I really don't see the attorney general. I mean, I said it before in one of my other videos that it just seems like the people that are in control of Hawaii, it's like they're a mob, a big mob family. Okay. You know, and that's the way they portray themselves. Because, you know, just with the condescending lies, just with, I mean, it's frustrating to think that these people are still standing by their word. How in the world did they not hear what was going on for the mayor to put out that statement at 6 o'clock? Meanwhile, we're hearing it on the news. Okay, we're hearing it through social media here on the mainland. And I know that the time difference, you know, there's a big time difference. But it doesn't mean that somebody, if somebody there at 6 o'clock was calling it in, whatever time that is here on the mainland, that they weren't reaching out to other people. So it's almost like actual time. Like, okay, it's a different time zone, but we're getting the reports through TikTok, through video, through Facebook. What is going on in Hawaii? You mean to tell me that the mayor, him being in Hawaii, was oblivious to this? He couldn't look out the damn window and see all that smoke, all that chaos, and come out and say, oh, the roads are open? Where was the governor? Where was the police chief? All the other police were out there trying to rescue people. They were out there, you know, calling it in and they're getting calls from dispatch. Where was he? Mean to tell me nobody notified the police chief? There was some firefighters out there. Nobody notified the fire chief? If this isn't a major corrupt cover-up, I do not know what is. And this is just the beginning. More will come out. The governor needs to be fired and brought in. The police chief needs to be fired and brought in. The mayor needs to be fired and brought in. The fire chief needs to be fired and brought in. And Dyer needs to they need to go pick his ass up because he thought he was slick by resigning the very next day due to health reasons. Yeah, I call it a guilty damn conscience. And whoever else was in the vicinity and knew what was going on, especially in those little control centers that were there. And now I'm not blaming them. I mean, obviously somebody told them to keep their mouth shut. But it's funny how those people are not even sought after to like have an interview. Like I said, this is not over by a long shot. And the truth is going to keep coming out. Anyway, that's what I got for you. Hope you like it. Please comment, like, subscribe. Pass it around, people. Like I said, keep praying for the people, for all these victims. I mean, because there's a lot. And again, I don't believe for a hot minute what the body count is. And I don't believe for a hot minute that every child was accounted for. I'm sorry. Call me a conspiracy theorist, whatever you want, but you know what? The more, and that's the thing, more information's coming out, and I guarantee you more information on the missing children and the total body count is going to get higher, and it's going to come out. It's going to come out, whether people want to believe it or not. Don't get complacent. Don't. Because this is not over by a long shot, in the sense that, you know what? They should have never opened up for tourism. They've been trying to fast track this whole situation, and the governor is the one doing it. They all answer to a higher up. Who the higher up is, that truth will come out, and hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. But keep praying for them. Keep praying for the victims, because they need it. And if there's any way you can help them, like I always say, find a reputable way to do it and help them. And if you want to help support the channel, please do so. In my description, I have my Cash App link and my PayPal. So remember, people, stay vigilant, keep praying, and keep praying for each other. And keep praying for the people in Maui. Peace.